Let's make sure my settings are correct. Keeps trying to use a different microphone. There we go. There we go. Okay. So, as usual, a little bit early. I'm wearing, you guys are wondering what I'm doing. Me and Ariel were out. I found these glasses. Hey, Roman, what's up? These are my new awesome glasses. I can't see through them for anything, but they make a statement. So I'm wearing them. This is what's happening. Dominic, hello. Thank you. Thank you very much. I hope my lack of ability to see is offset by how cool they are. I don't know. But this is what's going on tonight. This is what is happening tonight. This is absolutely what's happening tonight. Well, let me crack open the Blue Dew. Get a little bit. Best Eye Pro. I'm at the range. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Lincoln. What's going on? I'm going to be slow reading comments tonight because these are not prescription and they are just barely visible through anyway. So there you go. There you go. So, oh, Peter, you're down here? You want to come up? You want to come up and sit with me? Meow? No? You're happy on the floor? Okay. You bro out where you bro out. That's fine. That's all good. I won't make you do anything you don't want to. Why is the camera? There we go. There we go. So anyway, we're officially starting in about 4 minutes, but as usual, I always like to start a little early, just in case anybody wants to chat about something or ask a question about something, or I'm wearing stupid-ass sunglasses and I want to make a statement. You know, or Peter wants to jump up. Peter, you want to sit in my lap? Wow, my meow voice is gone. He's looking at me like I'm an idiot, and I don't blame him. But it is what it is. So how's everybody doing tonight? So we got, let's see, so far I see 4 people, but with StreamYard, I can't really, you know, I forgot how to put my little watermark on the thing. Remove, no, that's not what I want. I forgot how to do all the fancy things with StreamYard because it's been a while. I haven't, you know, just getting back into live streams again. I know there are other cool streaming things I might have missed, but have you found? No, well, you know, we haven't found a really great place to see. Okay, here's the thing, Lincoln. We're being very picky because we want to stay in this area. Really want to stay in this area. And the availability in this area is not great. So we're staying with family right now with a wonderful, awesome family member who is just being great. I'm paying her rent while we're here. But wanting to stay in the area we are so as not to uproot the kids and change schools and all that stuff, it really limits us right now. So, you know, I'm thinking of taking the big plunge into maybe just buying, which scares the shit out of me. But so we haven't found a permanent place for us yet. But that's a whole nother thing. That is a whole nother thing. So, you know, I can't see what time it is. Yeah, there we go. 6:43. Okay. I kind of got it. Oh, Kurt's here. And Sassafras. What is up, guys? Welcome. 6:40. I think it says 6:43 on this clock. I can't. Oh, you know what? My Fitbit tells me. Yeah, 6:43. So I don't have a really good agenda of what to talk about tonight. We'll make stuff up as we go. I know kind of what I want to talk about. Talk about some of the really fun things I've been watching on YouTube lately, and we can talk about some fun things you guys have been watching on YouTube lately, and some of the stuff going on shop-wise. I'll tell you a little bit about what's up with AWT and what we've been doing. for them or with them. Some of the other cool projects coming up, you know, and we're getting 1 minute to the official begin. So if anybody has any other pre-show questions they want to do, now's the time. Even though there's only like a few of you here, but you know, whatever. And other than that, you know, we'll see which crazy ass tangent this goes off in, because it always does. I hope everybody had a great Halloween. Just got home and started a fire. How I want to start a fire. Last time. I have been using cannabis for years for pain. Yeah, I'm still looking into the cannabis thing. Would you rather build your gun or buy an already built one? Dominic, this is an interesting question, and it kind of depends on what it is I'm talking about. I'd rather build my own AR platform, but if, you know, I'm buying like a handgun, I just probably buy one off the shelf and then customize it. All right, but we are at 6:45. All right, guys, 6:45. We're ready to go. Getting back into the live stream thing, and I'm really hoping that we can build more of an audience with the live streams. I know it's always been a little bit small. I'm not very popular. People don't like me, but that's okay. I really want to spend moving into 2023 trying to build the channel a little bit more. Not that there's anything wrong with where we're at, but I'd really love to have one of those play buttons in the background. That would be awesome. The 100,000 subscriber little thing they send you. Just because my ego. Peter, thank you. As always, Peter is awesome. I'm glad I'm back with the live videos too, Peter, and I'm glad that we can hang out with this time together. So, like I said, I want to tell you a little bit about some of the weird stuff I've been watching on YouTube and see what you guys are into. Tell you a little bit about some of the stuff going on in the shop and what we've been working on and some of the future stuff that we're doing. So last week I talked a little bit about the Darrell Brooks trial and what a just shit show that was. But it's gotten me into some real like reality kind of videos. And yes, I will be wearing these sunglasses for the duration of this thing. So, you know, so I've just become fascinated with the trial process. You know, all I know about trial stuff are like the snippets I've seen on the news. Hold on, I got to see what this says. Anything with the, have I done anything with the question? What does this mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. All I, you know, or like in movies and stuff, but watching a real trial from start to finish and make it one of the biggest fiasco trials ever has really gotten me into it. So I've been watching real lawyers react to, apparently courtrooms are live streamed all over the country, and watching them react to, I'll tell you what, I'm still waiting on that special. There's only one material I want to work with on that Megalodon. And it's been the one source where I found it, all of a sudden I ordered it and then they refunded me and said it's not available. And I'm so ingrained in what I want to do with that Megalodon, I've got to find that material again. And I will find it. So anyway, I've been watching real lawyers react to real courtroom stuff to the point where like now I have like favorite judges. Judge Simpson, Judge Middleton. What's the other one? Oh, her first name is Alex, and she is just like, she makes Judge Judy look tame. Can't remember her name. But I've been watching that, and then I've been watching like you know, these First Amendment editors get their asses handed to them. And I've stumbled into this one guy, his name is Jeremy DeWitt, who runs a company. First of all, he's a stolen valor asshole. He claims to have been a cop in Oviedo, California. Then he claims he was 12 years in the Army as a Ranger and Special Forces, which of course he was not at all. He runs a company called Metro State or State Metro or something like that. They do funeral escorts, but the guy impersonates, he's been arrested multiple times for impersonating a police officer. He's a registered sex offender. And there's just a ton of videos showing him being just an asshole and stuff like that. So I've been watching and sovereign citizen stuff. I've been watching a ton of that lately, like at work. I love listening to books on Audible, but now I'm listening to this stuff. I don't know if I'm the only one. I don't know why I'm so amused by it, but I just really, really love seeing how it all works. And I especially love people who think they know what they're talking about, and it turns out they don't know what they're talking about. And it's very entertaining to me. Very, very entertaining to me to watch them make complete fools out of themselves, but have no idea how stupid they look. And anyway, I don't know, guys. What are you guys watching? I mean, it's got to be, you guys got to have stuff outside of knives and guns and stuff that you watch. Like, what kinds of things hold your interest outside of what we normally talk about? What kinds of stuff? Oh, and then there's a great thing called Mentor Pilot, and of course it's aviation related, so I've been watching it. He's German, Spanish, or Swedish, but he's an actual airline pilot and an instructor pilot, and he breaks down air disasters. And I'm telling you guys, he explains things so that someone with no basis, no background in aviation whatsoever, like, he takes these really complicated aviation concepts, stuff that I know from Air Force career stuff, but he breaks it down so simply that, like, it's great. Like, if you even have the most remote interest in this stuff, he'll explain everything to you. I mean, it's really good. And he has like computer animations to kind of walk through what went on and everything. But because he's an actual instructor pilot, he can not only just like tell you like, oh, this went wrong, he can tell you exactly like what thought process was in the pilot's heads and all that stuff. It's really cool to kind of watch that stuff, and I really enjoy it. And he's got a cool accent and everything, so it's fun to listen to. You can find the phrase sovereign citizen and hey, what's up, Todd? The actual sovereign citizens seem to not understand anything legal at all, like anything at all. Like, they make stuff up. Blacksmithing. Yeah, blacksmithing is cool. So I don't watch blacksmithing because it makes me sad that I haven't forged anything in a long time. It makes me feel bad. But I love watching Alex Steele. I'm sure you watch. I love watching him. And he's such a young guy, and he's so talented, and he does such great stuff. I love watching him. He's awesome. Wants to charge. I saw $8 a month for a verified check mark on Twitter. It might bother me if I ever had a Twitter account. I've never had a Twitter account. I probably never will have a Twitter account. I have some social media, but Twitter is never anything that I've ever had a desire to be involved with, or I don't know. I don't know. The gimmick of like, you only have so many characters to write your post with. It's like, okay, I can get on Facebook and I can write as much as I want all the time. Like, all right, fine. Elon Musk is. Hey, have you seen Elon Musk when he hosted Saturday Night Live? There is an awkward human being. I get it. He's proud. He's got Asperger's. He's a different kind of guy, but that's an awkward guy. I mean, genius, obviously, but that's an awkward guy. How It's Made. So I love How It's Made. I love How It's Made. The boys used to watch How It's Made with me. I've seen, I think, every season of the actual show, How It's Made. And then there's How It Works and how they do that. Those are great shows. I love it. Punished Props Academy, I love watching too. And Awe Me, AWE Me, like their whole series. I didn't know my friend Eddie was a student of Alan Foltz. Oh my God, that's really cool. That is very cool. What a great mentor to have. Nice shades. Thanks, Chris. Hey, guys, I don't know if you're familiar with the store Five and Below. It's like the dollar store, but a little bit more expensive. Yeah. Found him at Five and Below. Asperger's, that explains a lot, including his intelligence. Yeah, he's got Asperger's. And like he talked about it during his monologue too. He's he's the first Saturday Night Live host with Asperger's, and he was, you know, so is that Christian? I can't. These things suck. I can't see, but hello, welcome. I need to put like I need to wear contacts when I wear these things. So anyway, that's just kind of a little summary of like some of the things that because of course I still watch, you know, lots of knife related stuff and everything. But I've been all about the courtroom drama and the sovereign citizen, watching them get pulled out of their cars. Nothing is more satisfying to me than watching the sovereign citizen go through all of their crap and then get like window broken and pulled out of their car at the end. It's awesome. My niece loves that store. Well, your niece and me, I guess, are girl bros. I don't know. I was shopping with Ariel though, and Knife Center. That's cool. So let's talk about AWT and the shop. So if you guys don't know who AWT is, and I can't think of it right now, somebody's going to throw it in the chat. Applied Weapon Technology. I think that's what it is. They make some of the best aftermarket knife scales, and they don't make them for a whole lot of stuff. We got them on Spydercos, we got them on Benchmades, and I think that's really what they do. But they make a lot of different models. PM2, PM3, bug outs, reptilians, big bug outs, mini bug outs, and some other things. The Manix. They make really good aftermarket scales, aluminum and titanium, and maybe some steel. I'm not sure, but high-end stuff. Excellent CNC work, excellent machining. They have a great anodizer. They used to do some in-house Cerakote, but I keep telling people there are dudes who will do Cerakote in the garage and stuff like that, but getting it right is not as easy as it looks. And it is a process, and they just want to focus on other stuff. So I'm not sure how they got in touch with us at the shop, but they did. We did a test run for them using a couple different techniques. Normally when we're Cerakoting, you know, you sandblast and get to the substrate. And but when you have a hard anodized finish, sometimes you don't want to blast right through that because that provides protection to that metal. So you got to find just the right balance between leaving some of that anodizing on, but blasting lightly to get, you know, a good surface for it to hold. Anyway, we did some test runs for them and some prototyping, and they were happy with it. So they just sent the first batch of, I don't know how many scales. It's a lot of scales. So I spent the last 2 days doing, I know for a fact I did PM2s, I did PM3s, I did some Manix 2s, and I did some bug outs, small and large. I don't know if that's everything they sent. I didn't do all of them myself. But so we are going to be providing the Cerakoting services for AWT for their scales. So the anodized ones are they're still going to work with it. Their anodizing is, I mean, it's high class, high quality stuff. It's really, really good. Maybe. I guess. I mean, I guess that's how they would have had to, because they're in Texas. So there's a lot of real estate in between Texas and Pennsylvania. But anyway, they offer, excuse me, they offer stuff in a number of different Cerakote colors. And they actually have, one custom color that only they offer. And it's kind of like a proprietary mix. So we're going to have to get the recipe on that and mix it up and provide it for them when they want. So what will happen is we get the scales, and then they'll send us a certain number of each one and let us know how many get this color, how many get that. We'll take care of them. We'll ship them back. And then, if you buy them, you'll get them. What's happening with Axial? So apparently there has been a lot of, I meant to do an update on this because I spoke with somebody at Axial a little while ago. Hey, Jason, what is going on? the whole thing about that lawsuit going on with Microtech was a complete lie. Somebody or a misunderstanding or whatever. And there was no lawsuit with Axial. Nobody was suing them. Some people spoke out of house, out of turn, and unfortunately, it caused a lot of problems. Nothing was filed. Nobody did anything about it. They are now setting up to be 100% completely all parts, all machining made in the USA, because all their OTFs were made in Utah, right? But they had limited floor space when they set up. So some of their stuff was produced overseas. Their goal was for this year to get more floor space, more machining, and have everything made 100% in Utah, made in the USA. They are rolling out with everything made in the USA now. So their folder, their fixed blades, they were China made originally. They are now going to be rolling out of the same production facility in Utah as the Shift OTF. So all their stuff is now USA. That whole drama was, it was caused by somebody basically being a douche canoe. They are free to sell. Now, DLT Trading, and I think it was Smoky Mountain and someone else, I cannot remember who, they pulled the stock based on this false lawsuit rumor, I don't know if now they're going to put them back or whatever, but there was nothing filed, not even, no paperwork, nothing. And so Axial is still a great company. Unfortunately, the majority of my collection is in storage now, very safely, with like 100 million do not eats all around it to make sure that they're protected. I wish I kept a very limited supply of knives out. Blade HQ might have been it. Blade HQ might have been in. I'm not sure, but they are good to go. They are good to go, and they're cranking out production. So, good guys. I lost track of where I was going. Totally lost track of where I was going. It was caused by someone hinting strongly there could be a lawsuit, and that scared the stores into pulling products without any concrete evidence. Yeah, that very well could just be it. And I feel like that in effect could, listen, I'm not a lawyer, but I've seen a lot of trials on YouTube. No, I feel like there should be some recourse for Axial for lost sales and lost revenue, but there's probably not. But that's ridiculous. It is just ridiculous because Microtech had no intention of doing anything, none whatsoever. Oh, dude, I will lose my place mid-sentence, mid-conversation. I am now at the point where I walk into a room sometimes and forget why I walked into that room. Yeah, that's me. I'm there. If I don't write stuff down, yeah. What does this say? Well, I understand what you're saying about, the shipping, but I think really the edge problem is Protec's fault, not Blade HQ's fault. Just saying. They don't sharpen the knives. The thing is, I've heard a lot of people have complaints about Blade HQ shipping. It's a legit thing. A lot of people have had problems with it. I personally have only ever had great results from Blade HQ. I don't know if I'm just, maybe it's because I don't order from them that often. So the orders that I have gotten have been pretty good. I don't know. I'm there. I talk. No, a conversation. Oh my God, Peter, I'm right there with you. I am right there with you. I like in the middle of sentences, sometimes I'll stop and I'll be like, what the hell was the last thing I just said to you? And I have to regroup. It's become crazy. So anyway, Axial they're a good bunch of guys, and I've had conversations with a few of them over there, and they just want to make knives. They just want to make knives. That's all they want to do. And they're very proud of the fact that they finally got all the tooling and machining moved into their, they don't have a big fancy operation. Like, I'll tell you, it reminds me kind of our shop where it's kind of like they have the machining and the tools to get the job done, but it's not like a big fancy looking place. It's just enough to get the job done. This is what I've discovered a lot. So you paid for 3 days shipping. I get it. And I'm sure it was arrived in 3 days from shipping. But how long is the handle? And I'm not saying you're wrong, Dave. I'm not discounting what you're saying. But this is the thing that they do. So they'll be like, yeah, you get 3 days shipping, but we don't ship it out for 4 days. You know what I'm saying? That's how they get you. Here, this is a great thing. And I agree with you. There was once upon a time when I lived in Florida, there was a great brick and mortar knife store called Knives a Lot, which is also a great name, Knives a Lot. And I loved it. It's just, that's what they sold. And I would love to go there and I'd love to go to a local knife store and give my business to a local dealer. I don't know how many real knife stores exist anymore. And if you live close enough to one, that's awesome. I highly recommend you go to your local dealer rather than ordering from like a big online warehouse. I wish I had one. I wish I had a local dealer to go to. The closest I have is a Bass Pro. And I don't think that's much better than ordering, from Blade HQ. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I had a local business I could give my business to. But yeah. I'm shifting to the new room. Interesting. Doorway syndrome. I feel like I am that. Hey, Craig, what is going on? How are you tonight? I got to look right through the corner right here to actually read the chat. The thing with these glasses is that there's like, so guys, can you tell that it's a dragon? It's a dragon breathing fire. So there are these areas where there's shade and no shade, and all. So not only are they not prescription, but they're just terrible for seeing through anyway. But I'm wearing them. These are my new live stream glasses. I'm doing it. One of the other big things, I wish I had it, man. We are doing all sorts of new experimental stuff with Hydrographics at the shop too. Those e-bikes, from what we hear from the dealer, people literally stop and go in and say, hey, I came in because of the pattern on that bike. You're the only one who has those. I'm so excited with the Hydrographics. I want to do more Hydrographics. I want to try more Hydrographics. I need more projects to do with Hydrographics. I just dropped the thing. Sad. And for my Patreon guys, I think I've got, so I do channel giveaways, and then I do separate giveaways just for my Patreon dudes. And I think I have a cool Hydrographics idea for the next Patreon giveaway, which I think they're really gonna like. But I don't want to reveal it until I get that. I mostly buy local, trader buy from Amazon. That's all. I buy stuff from Amazon all the time. I look, if there was a way that was as convenient as Amazon, I would do. That's the thing. A lot of people are like, Amazon kills small businesses, but you can't blame it all on Amazon. A lot of things kill small businesses. It's not just Amazon. And unfortunately, I think the day of the downtown Main Street is it's over. It's over. I like I said, I wish there were local businesses, but in this economy, in this day and age, and in this, you know, the way the world's set up, those small local stores are just, they can't compete. They're fewer and far between. I love being able to go into a store and put my hands on a knife before I buy it. I think that is the best way to buy a knife, or a gun too. You know, like there are people who buy firearms online, sight unseen. They see a picture, they read a description, because we get the transfers in at the shop all the time. And, you know, they'll come in to pick it up and they're like, oh, I finally get to hold this thing. And I'm like, you've never touched it before? Like, you've never worked the controls? You've never done anything? Like, that's insane to me. I love being able to go into a store and pick up a knife and feel it in my hand and feel the weight and feel the balance. I think that's the best way to do it. But these days, you know, it's progress. It's progress, unfortunately. It is what it is. And, you know, the video killed the radio star. Internet killed the small business. It did. It really did. I mean, this is, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. I mean, go find that somewhere. You can't. And especially today, I filled up the car with gas the other day. 12-gallon tank, 15-gallon tank, $70. Come on. Like, you can't spend any extra money anywhere else. I mean, you can't. You just can't. Thanks for backing me up. I trust Kurt on this. Now, the other thing about Amazon that's fortunate is that they have a great return policy. So that's one of the reasons I feel okay buying a knife or something on Amazon without being able to handle it first. Because I know that if I don't like it, I can return it, they'll take it, and I'll get the money back. And I've taken advantage of that a few times. You know, so without the ability to go hold the knife first, you buy it on Amazon, you put it in your hand, you can carry it for a day or two. And if it just doesn't feel right for you, you can package it back up, send it to them, and they'll take it back and give you the money back. Well, you know, if you're not taking them for a test drive before you buy, you're just throwing money down the drain, because who knows what you're getting. Sorry, I'm still trying to read. I'm trying so hard not to go to my regular glasses. You know, Chris, it's true. You have to look. You have to look. And like I said, if I find them, I will spend my money there. It's just the finding them is. You know what I also miss? Because you guys know I'm kind of geeky. I miss small local hobby shops. I miss them so much. There was a great place whenever we used to go visit my grandmother in Connecticut. Great model store called War and Pieces. Get it? War and Pieces. Loved it. It was like my treat to go in there. Just they had all these models hanging from the ceiling and these displays and stuff. And I used to just love going in and looking around, even if I didn't get anything. It was, you know, it was fun just to go and look at everything and see all the models on the shelves. You know, now what do you have today? Hobby Lobby, which is, you know, nothing. And, you know, but all these online wholesalers and stuff. I mean, that store today, by the way, is a Warhammer store. When we went to visit my grandmother last, I took the boys to see her. That's what was in its place. I mean, which is not bad. Honestly, they could have put something bougie and stupid in there, but a Warhammer store is not too bad. At least it's still hobby related. But, you know, there's just I do, you know, I grew up in the days where there was, you know, even in Queens, in New York City, there was the small candy store on the corner. There was the neighborhood drugstore, you know, and there was a small movie theater right there on you know, Union Turnpike is the big street, you know, kind of nearest where I grew up. And we had a small movie theater, 2 screens, you know, and you knew things were going down when that movie theater closed down and a Genovese drugstore. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but a Genovese drugstore moved in. And that's when the small supermarket became, you know, a big chain. And that's when the small local bank became part of a chain, and that's when the little neighborhood drugstore closed down. My friend's dad owned that drugstore. Well, he was the pharmacist there, and then he bought it out and he ran it, and he just couldn't, then you have the big chain drugstore in the other corner, and then, a little local pizza place closed down, and there was a fresh bagel store, like all the little places just started closing down. It all started with the big chain drugstore that came in, closed down the movie theater. That movie theater, by the way, when I was 3-4 years old, my dad took me to see Empire Strikes Back, and I remember we were late and we walked in to the Battle of Hoth, and we stayed afterwards. We hid to watch the beginning of the movie the next time around. So there's only 2 reasons we go to Blade HQ. Those are good, but that's actually 3 reasons. I'm just pointing out the logic there. I'm not criticizing you. I'm just saying, unless Zach and Ben are like together, but I don't judge. There's a drive-in movie theater about an hour away from here that they refurbished and just opened up again. I haven't been to it, but I'd like to. I'd really like to. I'd love to take the boys to a drive-in movie theater, and do so. Teach them some of the stuff from when I was little. But drive-in movie theaters are even past, a little older than my days. But we did see a drive-in movie. I remember going. I don't remember what we saw. I remember my mom taking me and my brothers to one. Anyway, that's off topic. So going back to the shop. So yeah, when you go to the AWT website or you see somebody selling AWT scales, if they're Cerakoted, from about this point on, there's a pretty good chance that we have done the work in the shop. We have only worked, I'm not going to tell you what color. We've only worked one color so far, the first batch, which we did in a day and a half for them. We paused everything else and did them, and they're already on their way back. So hopefully they're very happy with that. And we'll see what they send next, but they're interested in a lot of stuff. And they've got some cool color options. I got to tell you, like interesting choices of Cerakote colors, things that I don't see often used. Stuff we have in stock, I've used them for various weird projects because I was like, why are these colors just sitting on the shelf? It's funny. I only recognize the names because I've used them for weird stuff because they were sitting on the shelf. So the AWT scales is pretty cool because it's just exciting to get the shop into the community now, and finally something where I know just a little bit more information than Darren. About he had to come to me today and he just held up a scale and he's like, what is this? And I just went Mannix 2, and and he was like, oh, okay, great. And he was able to put it in the right thing. What do you use for your knife for today? Today, I just had it. Today I was carrying around the Spidey Rat, my little customized Ontario Rat 1. That's what was in my pocket today. What has been in my pocket all the time, and I took it off the table, it was the where is it? The Giant Mouse Corda that I got from Going Gear. That knife is amazing for EDC. You know what? It's the first day I haven't carried it since I got it. And it was just because I was rushing to get ready. But, I have it in so many videos. It's a great EDC knife. I got to tell you, I love everything about it. I'll do a pocket dump video in the next few days about what I've got in the shop lately and what I've been carrying around. But the Giant Mouse Corda is, in my opinion, one of the most perfectly made EDC blades. It is size, weight, action. It's in the video I did just a few days ago about oiling my Carta scales. It's in that. Cannot recommend that thing enough. It is great. It is just, I love it. I think I'm going to get another one just so I have an extra, just in case anything happens. Because it is that good. It is worth the money. Love it. I thought I had it right here. No. I put it away responsibly. Damn it. Not a wrong. All right, Todd. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. What do I have? Other thing that I've been using regularly that came, I think that same box from Going Gear, is the titanium blade holder. Use this at the shop every single day. So it's not really a knife. It's kind of a knife, but this is with me every single day at the shop, and I use it so much. And the fact that we have these blades in stock. So this is not the blade that it came with, but this fits because there are standard size scalpel blades, and a series like the 20 series. I forgot what blade this came with. This is a 25. I think it came with a 21. I don't know. But so like the 20 series in general fits the same handle. And by handle, I really mean the mount system. So we have all of these blades in stock all the time. So this thing has been amazingly convenient to have at the shop for all the stuff I need to do. Because we have, and I think you've seen it in videos also, we have those large blue plastic handles, scalpel handles. And they're, I have it at my workbench. I have it at the hydro table. We have a few of them around, but just having this thing on my dangly ass keychain that I carry around, it's just so convenient, and it's just such a solidly made piece. I love this thing. And I can just, don't have to worry about sharpening it, throw the blade away, get a new one. It's really convenient. It really works well. I really, really like it. I just recently found, I don't know if I showed you this or not. This is this is old. This is the Gerber Hinderer collaboration. This is not the CLS. What is this? This is the rescue, the rescue thing, right? Now, yes, it is all serrated because it is made for rescue work. That's all this thing is for. Blunt tip, right? It's made, for cutting cords and seatbelts and stuff. It has an oxygen wrench built in right there. It has a separate seatbelt cutter, even though this thing is made to get up underneath, right? Recommend a stropping compound, the regular green or white, or the spray. Sorry, I missed this question. Let me answer it real quick. Hey, good old boy, what's up? I just saw you here. I use red. I just use plain old. I use the regular red compound because it came with my Dremel. Honestly, I use that. I know some people that like the white. I've never used the green. I've also used the strop, just plain leather. And, depending on what you're doing, that can be fine too. But anyway, this thing has been hidden for a long time. I think it's still sold. The Gerber CLS is very similar to this guy, but with a fine edge and a very pointy thing. But this is also made to be used specifically with gloves in mind. So it's got the oversized thumb studs, so you can get it, with wearing gloves. And then the release is over here, and it sticks out so that with your big gloves, you can get it and release the knife. Oh, and then, of course, it's got a window breaker on the end. This was a collaboration between Gerber. And so this is a Hinderer design. Because remember, Rick Hinderer used to be a firefighter, right? And this was something that he made. This and the CLS, I can't remember. 2012, 2013-ish is when I became aware of these originally. I had the CLS. I don't know what happened to it. I might have given it to one of my students when they got their assignment, their flying assignment, as a flight suit knife. I don't know. I know I gave away my Benchmade Barrage to a student as a, on assignment night as a flight suit knife. I'm not sure if the CLS went the same way. But anyway, I am going to so these are plastic scales. And if you see, they've got a very similar pattern to Hinderer XM18 scales. I think that this knife deserves some better scales. So I'm going to be, when I have time, working on a custom project for this guy. And it's a pretty solid knife. Now it's Gerber, not Hinderer, so it, you know, the steel isn't as good as what Rick would use. I can't remember exactly what it is. I don't know. A rescue glass saw? I have not. No, Dominic, I have never used a rescue glass saw. Never. Never in my life. Nope. I have been on scene when some other guys used, it looks kind of like a small hatchet thing, and it's got a claw that comes down, so you hit it through the windshield and you pull, and it just rips the whole windshield out. And this was back in 99, 2000. I don't know if they still use that. It's shaped kind of like this, the blade. I mean, this is a very exaggerated because it's much thinner, but it comes out at the bottom a little bit so that you have that pull. It's not just like not like a straight blade that goes through it, but it's made to go in there and then pull the windshield out. And it's amazing that it does it, because I wouldn't think it would do that. I think it would just make a hole in the windshield, but it actually, the leverage of it, that you hit it. I mean, I wasn't certified to use this thing, so I don't know. You hit it in the right place and you pull, and it just rips that right through the seal. Or maybe they took the seal off first. I don't know. I don't know. It was a long time ago, but I saw them do that once to extricate some people. It was pretty cool to watch. I enjoyed watching it. And then I, as you know, ambulance dude, got to go treat people. But I was never qualified on the heavy rescue truck stuff when I was volunteer. That was not my thing, and I never took the classes for it. And I probably should have, because that would have been cool to be able to use all that stuff. I had no business around the jaws of life or the power saw or any of that stuff. That was way out of my wheelhouse. That is all a whole separate course that you go through to use that stuff. And they probably would not have trusted me with those kinds of toys anyway. Yeah, I can't imagine anybody signing off on me using that. So I'll tell you a funny story, though, about what a dumbass I am. So once upon a time, I was driving around, and I ran out of gas. I flat out ran out of gas. I knew that we had 2 gas cans on the heavy rescue truck. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a ride to the firehouse. I'm going to grab one of these gas cans. I'm going to put just enough gas in my car to get to the gas station. I'm going to fill this gas can back up and put it back in the gas truck, in the fire truck. Hopefully before any alarms go off. So I poured the damn gas can into my gas tank, like a 1 gallon, 2 gallon can. Well, because I never went through any of the training courses to know how to use the power tools, I was not aware that they were like, 2-stroke engines. I was not aware that it was the kind of gas that was mixed with oil. I had no idea. I thought it was just gas. Now, have you ever poured that mixture, that 2-stroke mixture of oil and gasoline into a car engine? And I'm guessing none of you have, because none of you are as stupid as me. Your engine doesn't like it. It will run. It will run like something out of Willy Wonka's weird contraptions, just going. It was not happy at all. And of course, I still had no idea why I was doing that, because I was young and stupid. So I just filled that tank up with unleaded, like I thought it was, put it back in the rescue truck. I filled my tank with gas, so it got better because it got diluted. It still ran like crap until I ran all that through it, and I put some fuel injector cleaner in it and everything. That was a dumbass moment on my part. And it wasn't until a little while later I was talking about it, and they were like, you poured oil directly into your fuel tank. You'd realize that, right? Like, you're an idiot. And I was like, well, I'm an idiot, but sure. He wants Boker to make it. Okay. All right. Kurt, by Sunshine, I assume you mean Giggles. And Giggles is doing really good. She's with the boys right now. We had a great Halloween. Fantastic Halloween. Ethan was a stormtrooper. I was Rick, as in Rick and Morty. She was just a sexy little thing with fangs running around. Aiden was a shadow. I don't know what he was. And David was like a Chernobyl guy. And we had a good time. And here's PETA. Come here, kitty cat. There you go. Show everybody your butthole. Go ahead. Go for it. That's what everybody's here to see. Come here, PETA. Come here. Come on. Come say hi. Don't be a dick about it. Come on. Come on. PETA. PETA. PETA kitty. PETA kitty cat. Handsome kitty. See how well he listens? PETA. 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 If I didn't want his attention, he'd walk right up and sit in my lap while I'm trying to accomplish something. And what are you doing? Stop it. PETA Kitty's being an ass clown right now. I have no idea what he's doing. Are you trying to get out the window? You can't go out the window. It's not for you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Nice. Play it off like I did something. There you go. Hey, kitty cat. Will you love me for a minute? You want to say hi to everybody? Come here. Come here. You say hi? You say hi, I'm PETA Kitty Cat? Oh, look how miserable. Look how miserable he is. Everybody loves you. No? Okay. You can go do whatever you want to do. Go do whatever you want to do. You going to sit down right here? He's going to sit down right here. Yeah, he's going to sit down right here. Okay, we got PETA Kitty Cat. He's going to sit down. Oh, you're a good kitty. Oh, you're a good kitty cat. Figured out in cat years, he's 44 years old. He's an old man. Well, he's not an old man. You're not an old man. You and me, we're bros. We're the same. You're not an old man. But bro cringe. Oh, he's a good cat. He takes so much crap from the boys and just takes it. But he always gives me this look like, you going to stop this? Or you're just going to sit there and watch? And usually I just sit there and watch. He's a good kitty. One day I'll have to show you guys the chinchilla. Because the chinchilla's just an asshole. Oh my God, I hate the chinchilla. Yeah, see? You sit next to me, you get pets. It's good, right? Your life is pretty good. So anyway, what else do you guys want to talk about? Want to talk about Portal Gun? There you go. You're all in some dimension now. I don't know. Wherever you went. It could be anywhere. I got a new cast iron pan. I'm dying to cook a steak on it tonight. That's what I'm doing immediately following this. I will be making a steak. I need topics for future live streams. I'll probably come up with one. For those of you who have been asking about my other channel, the model channel, I finally got a new model in. Like I'm gonna the projects that I have chinchilla sheath in the future. Help me out of this dimension. It's nothing but spice wallets. Oh no, EDC's nuts. But for those of you who have been asking about Air Force Builder channel, all the projects that I had going on that channel are on hold. Just on hold because they're all in storage. I'm going to start fresh. I got a brand new model tank. It's an M4 Sherman with a 76 millimeter gun. It's by a model company I've never built before. And it's going to be challenging because I don't have all of my tools and stuff. So I'm going to start a new video tonight for that. Let's see. Let me read this. What is an underrated? I'll tell you what an underrated first aid kit is. The Army issue IFAC, Individual First Aid Kit. It's very underrated. It was put together specifically for one soldier to take care of himself in combat. Cooking live stream once. Wait, where was it? Very good. Very good. Yes. That's a great idea, Dominic, and I will make that happen. I just got to figure out what I'm going to cook. I know what I'm going to cook. But the hell, see, I just did it. What the hell was I just talking about before I saw that and got all excited? Oh, the IFAC, because see, I can read the comment over there. So the IFAC, individual first aid kit, it's different than, okay, so the Army used to issue a first aid kit, very basic first aid kit. And then what they also used to issue were the trauma dressings, the actual, and I've shown this before. It's black plastic. You put it in a pouch up here. The IFACs came out basically in the War on Terror whole thing. And it included basically a better pouch, better internal container, and some of the good old-fashioned stuff and some newer stuff. If you're looking for just a personal first aid kit for you, to carry around for you, for basic stuff that you might encounter, the look up Army issue IFAC, IFAK. Great kit to have. I couldn't tell you how much they go for. I don't know. But very good to have. For basics. Very basic stuff. Yeah, you know what? That's all YouTube, man. I don't know if we've been going on for a certain amount of time and they throw it in there or whatever. Worst meal I ever ate in the military. Man, that's a good one. I can tell you. Okay. Worst meal I ever ate in the military. So we were at Camp Smith, which is in upstate New York. I think it's like a National Guard training facility there, but we went up there. I forgot why we were there anyway. And we got in the middle of the night. It was just anyway. I forgot there was some exercise going on. Anyway, so we were at Camp Smith. And they went to make us some food because whatever. And we had this soup. It was supposed to be, I think it was like a chicken soup. My friend Pete Bannon called it poop soup. Because I swear, it literally smelled like shit. It smelled like shit. And that's all they had for it. They just were like, you guys are here. You've been on exercise all day. We opened up the chow hall. Here's soup. And it just smelled like someone shit in some broth. But we ate it because we were starving, because we had been in the field all day. But that will forever be known as the poop soup. And that is probably the worst meal I ate, because that's all it was. It was just soup and some crackers, and it was poop soup. That was the worst thing the worst meal I ever had. Believe it or not, I say this, and people think I'm kidding, and I'm not. The food that we had, in the field outside of the wire, is that stuff's in mermites or whatever's not good. But when you're in Iraq or Afghanistan, you're at a main base. If you're at Balad or you're at like Kirkuk in Iraq, or Baghdad, right? Or if you're in Afghanistan, you're at like Bagram, or you're in Kandahar inside the base. The food is so good, it's ridiculous. Usually it's Thursday nights. I say they would serve us like a surf and turf night. Very, very tough steak and dried out crab legs, but still steak and crab legs, if there was at Balad, also known as Anaconda. It was LSA Anaconda on the Army side, and then on the Air Force side, it was Balad Air Base. And then after a certain time, they just called it Joint Base Balad. They had Mongolian barbecue. They had you could select what you wanted and bring it. They would stir fry it in front of you. I mean, it was. And then on the holidays, the holiday meals, guys, I cannot tell you, they would have all, like for Christmas and Thanksgiving and stuff like that. And if you were there for Easter or whatever, they would have all the highest ranking people. General, there's always a general in charge. Colonels, chief master sergeants, sergeant majors, all those folks would actually serve the meal to all the enlisted men. And like, oh my God, it was like they flew in real turkey, real ham, real prime rib. It was amazing. There's a base, where was it? Like that you go to on your way in and out of country, LUD. In one of those chow halls, they would actually have like a made to order omelet thing. You'd walk up, you'd tell them exactly what you want. They'd make it right there in front of you. The food while deployed at these main areas. Now, if you're, so you go off to a FOB or you're like out in the field somewhere and you're eating shit. But I mean, when you're at a main base, the food was so good, I couldn't even tell you. This could be a true statement. Yes. Yes. Oh, it was really good. And like you could just eat all you wanted. I mean, you could eat all you wanted. Not that we ever did. I mean, like, you know, you usually, so even when you're in the main base setting, you have lots of work to do, like lots of work to do. Because you're usually only in that main base for a short amount of time. You're getting your stuff ready. You have duty shifts to do. And you know, like there are some people that stay at like a main operating base for their entire tour. Most people are like, it's a point A and a point B. And you're there and you're going to move out. You're going to do some stuff. You're going to go to another one. You're going to be there for a day or so. You're going to move out. You're going to go to, you know what I mean? But it's like a in transit point. Oh, thank you, Diane. Diana. See, I can't even see your name. Diana. Yeah. These are my new live stream glasses. I can't see anything through them, but I'm going to wear them because, you know, they're dragony. So, you know, you take advantage of everything you can when you're in there. Hot showers, morale tent, ping pong. Ping pong's always huge. Good food, all that stuff until you have to get back out into the middle of nowhere doing nothing. But, you know, hoping nobody takes a pot shot at you or something like that. But I got the holiday meals. And even if you're in a little fob, or I'm telling you, even in a little fob, so you don't get all the fanciness and stuff like that. But the food, they delivered like Christmas, Thanksgiving, like I said. So my unit was always kind of out there, what we call Operation Deny Christmas, because we were always rotating. You know, there's only a few units that did what we did. So we always had kind of that rotation, Operation Deny Christmas. We were out there through Thanksgiving, Christmas. There was one time where we went a different one because things got switched up. We were always out there for that. So like the holiday meals were just incredible. Oh, you know what? So I'm struggling to see the chat through the thing. That's why I kept like, I have to look just out of the corner over here where I can actually see, because these are terrible. They're awful. They're awful. I'm glad I made you happy though. I'm glad I could do that for you. You know, I was thinking of Pickle Rick. You know, I did Rick because originally I was going to be Rick and Ariel was going to be Morty, and we were going to go as Rick and Morty. But at the last second, we couldn't find her a good Morty costume, so she just went as her own thing. Maybe next year I'll go as like Pickle Rick, and she can go as, I don't know. I'll be Pickle Rick. I don't need an excuse to be Pickle Rick. I'll just be Pickle Rick. I mean, I love to be Pickle Rick. Is awesome. What was really disturbing though was that as I was in my whole Rick Sanchez costume, how many little kids Ethan's age walked up to me and went, "Look, it's Rick." And I'm like, "You kids should not be watching this show. What is wrong with your parents?" And then I realized, well, Ethan knew exactly what Rick was. So what is wrong with me? But yeah, they all recognize me. And I played along too. Like if a kid walked up and they were like, "Oh, look, it's Rick," I'd be like, "Have you seen my Morty?" And then I'd shoot him with a portal gun. But it was fun. I haven't dressed up for Halloween in years. I usually just take the kids trick-or-treating. But this is the first year I haven't had Tato to walk. So I figured I might as well dress up. You know, we take Tato with us. And he walks, and, you know, kids like to pet the dog. And or he's a good reason to keep people away from me. So, you know. But, you know, so this year, oh, that I did not know because I hate all things Fortnite. And you know what? When the boys start talking about Fortnite, it's just like, like stop listening. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Maybe that's why. Okay, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. I mean, I personally just love Rick and Morty. I think it's one of the most genius shows ever made. Because it's brilliant. I love it. Well, you know, then that's the point. That's Halloween. So do it. Ethan was a stormtrooper, and there was one guy on his doorstep giving out candy dressed as Chewbacca. So Ethan is a smart kid. So he walks up and he points his little blaster at him. He goes, "Where's Han Solo?" And then his little daughter pulls down her Darth Vader mask because she's Darth Vader. And Ethan, without missing a beat, goes, "I'm sorry, Master. I didn't realize you already had this one." And just backed away. And it was great. Oh, he's such a man. I got great boys. It was just so funny the way he played that. It was great. And so I let him, even though it was a school night, I let him eat extra candy. Just great for that. No, I did not go hippie. I went dragon because I found these. And I said, I have to wear them on a live stream because they're so ridiculous. They're ridiculous is what they are. Oh my gosh, but look at that. 7:45. So we have been going for an hour. So thank you guys for joining me again. I will keep going with the lives. I won't, my break time is over. Again, if you guys have ideas, if you've got good topics for us to talk about during lives, please go in the video description, email me, let me know what you want to talk about so we don't just do this babbling thing. I'll try to come up with good ideas too. More stuff at the shop, more stuff that we're doing, future things. I got some good things I think I can show you next week that will I'm going to show you what I've done with my rifle in the shop next time. So anyway, you guys have a great week. Thanks for joining me. I'll be back again next week. Those of you who do follow Air Force Builder, I'll be posting a video in the next few days of, finally getting back into that too. So there we go. So remember, guys, you are all absolutely awesome, and I appreciate every single one of you, and these are awesome shades, and you will see them again. And I will be back again, same time, same place next week. You guys take care.